Hello YouTube, what's going on? Internet Bling back with another one, and this is going to be part 4 of the new store series, so let's get into it. Currently sat today, we are on June the 27th, been a couple of weeks since my last video, and it's 20 past 10 at night, so you can see things have dropped quite a lot, and indeed if we go to this month, you'll see what's happened here. What I said in my earlier videos, yeah, we're going to do 100k this month or even 120. I was convinced of that at one point, but some stuff happened. I'm going to get into it with you and I'll sort that in a minute. But if we go back to the start, April 12th, and again with the weeks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, what we're on at, 8, 9, 10, right, okay, it's 11 weeks tomorrow. If we just hit today, and you'll see, still done £154,000 in just under 11 weeks. So that's not bad, but why have we had to chill things out? Which is what's happened, okay? Nothing went wrong. Well, obviously a few things went a little bit wrong, but what I mean is this is nothing to do with ads or anything like that. It was our choice to reduce ad spend, and obviously when you reduce ad spend, you reduce income. Let's have a look at this first slide here. Why did we have to reduce ad spend? Well, multiple reasons. The main one being we went over the VAT threshold. English people will know what that means. To anyone who's not English, for the Americans out there or in any other country, once you earn, I believe I got told it was 85,000. Once you go over that, you have to start paying what they call VAT, which is a higher threshold of tax. So we went over that, obviously. We went over it, I don't know, early on. And that means that we're liable for this higher tax bracket, which all eats into our profits. So that became quite evident at one point that we were taking home, if you like, quite a bit less money than we thought we were because of having to pay VAT. So what have we done about this? Well, we had to change our banking, put it like that, and that has taken some time. So we've kept things as they were for now, but in the background, certain things have been worked on and sorted out, and all this takes time. So that's been happening, and while that's happening, we decided to just reduce the ad spend, so any tax payments we had to make would be lower. So that's reason number one. Reason number two is due to the end of Q2 just coming up in a few days, but it's been like this for a while now. Cost per click is really high right now, and that's always happens usually towards the end of a quarter when all the big companies are rinsing out their ad spend before the start of a new one. That was another factor. Yet another factor that's happened is our last batch of our winning products. I wouldn't say we got a bad batch, but we've got a high number of complaints on this last box of 10,000. And that's been a pain. I don't know why the Chinese choose to do this, if they meant to do it, or you really never know. You know, we've ordered thousands of these products off the same person, the same agent in China, and they've mostly been okay. And then for whatever reason, this last batch, it's just constant complaints on email, which eats up people's time, and it means we have to post them replacements, and it's just a bad situation with that. So we've begun to look to get our products from other suppliers. Again, this also takes time. We've been acquiring other products as well. When you want to sort of try out a product, I guess, we just order a few from China. We look at them, try them out ourselves. We also post them out to product testers that we have as well, so we can get their opinion. So all that's been happening, and all that takes time. We've also been testing new ads for other products. As you know, we have one winner, but we want like 20 winners, okay? So one is all right for a bit, but we need multiple winners happening at once. So you have to get the ads made, that takes a bit of time, then you get them back, then you try them out, test them. This costs you money. You work out which ads are more popular, if you like, which ads pull the better engagement through Facebook ads. all of this has been happening with the new products and our current one. And just other products have begun. I mean, this is all linked to mostly Klaviyo, which I'll talk about more later on in this video. But just on their own, other products have started to take off. This is a lot of people just buying them when they buy the winner. And a lot of it is also all automated through email as well. Once a person buys a product off us, they go into email chains and flows, and they get emailed about other products. So that's been happening. Klaviyo has started to make more and more money just on its own, and this is happening due to time, right? The more customers that come through the door, they all get added to our list. A few of them are on multiple lists, and I've fixed up heaps and heaps of emails, and they all go out at different times advertising other products on our store, and the customers come back and they buy them. The longer we're in this, the more customers we get through the door, the more we have on our lists, right? The more emails get sent out, the more money we make. So that's begun to rise up quite nicely. And then, yeah, as I began to mention, we just had to sort out a whole load of logistics. This has become bigger and bigger the more we've involved other products. I'll talk about this more in a sec. But yeah, it was kind of painful. It's been a bit painful for me anyway, just to watch this month happen. I was convinced we were going to make a lot more money, but in this case, we just got to take a little step back before we can move forwards again and start scaling like we were before, and even higher than that. This point here, June the 12th, which was exactly 2 months, we started on April 12th, and June 12th, we nearly hit 5k a day. That was what I was hoping would happen at that point anyway. It was all like, yeah, we can do it, and we narrowly missed it on that day. And right after that, the next day was when we realised what was happening with the VAT and with all the other stuff. So we had to pull back a bit. And yeah, it was kind of painful, really. From that point on, 12th to 27th. Okay, we've still done nearly £34,000 in just over 2 weeks. But if you look at what we were doing, and then we just had to reduce ad spend bit by bit by bit. And as we went lower down, for instance, we were spending quite a lot on retargeting, and that began to not work as well and get really expensive along with everything else. The cost per click these last 2 weeks, any of you guys who are running ads, if you've noticed this as well, I'm not sure if it's with everyone, but we were getting clicks, just a few weeks ago for around 20 pence. It was really low, and it meant we could really hammer ad spend. And at the moment, it's 2x that or even higher a lot of the time. This all comes into play when you're pushing these big numbers. And we just went lower and lower and lower. I will point out, even though obviously this amount is reducing here, we're still on about 2x ROAS all the way. I think it's even higher here. We're having a good day today for some reason. If we go back to the slideshow, as I was just on about, the main winner is still banging. We know we can sell this to the moon. We know we can spend 5k a day on this in ads, all on its own, let alone anything else. But the fact is, right now, we're in the middle of sorting a more reliable, cheaper source in China to get this product off. The cheaper price will mean that we make an even higher profit. The reliability, as I mentioned earlier, this is, it becomes a bit of bone of contention at points. But all of this, it involves correspondence, okay, with these new people we're talking to in China. It involves emails backwards and forwards. It involves you trying to get a price off of them, and they come back with one, and then you barter. That's how it works. You go backwards and forwards, all takes time. And then when you kind of agree on a price, you get samples posted over. They take time to arrive. And then we need to actually test them, look them over. You need to build trust with these agents as well, all the time. And all of this just eats your time. A lot of this has been happening this last month. We've just been organising things, and not only all of that we've been doing with our winner, We've also been organising that with multiple new products as well to test on the store, because we want multiple winners happening at the same time. We've managed to find, I think, 2 already that we know will push high numbers. We just need to do the logistics with those as well, like import them and have the money there to order a lot of them at once to get a cheaper price. Round and round we go. So that's what's happening with those. And then just lastly, the miscellaneous stuff. We've had to hire more staff in the last few weeks. I believe another 2 people are now helping pack envelopes in the warehouse. And we've been getting more and more new ads made for other products that we've been testing out. That's been happening as well. I've been working hard on flows and broadcasts, just generally in Klaviyo all the time, every day. I like add new mails and try new mails out, mail different products. All of that's been happening as well. And then obviously, as I already mentioned, we've been having to run around quite a bit organising banking, and the less said about that, the better for all involved, I think. But that's been happening as well. Even though income isn't as high, we're in the background making a lot of plans, organising a lot of things to line us up right to be able to push multiple winners at once with a really high ad spend and scale back up again. I'll see you in part 5. Thanks a lot if you made it this far. Please subscribe and like this video.